Good evening, Mr. Fernandez. The article I chose was the influence of authentic English video clips on the students' listening comprehension by Muslim et al. In 2018. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna do a summary of the whole article, the introduction, the objectives, the problems, the discussion, and the conclusion, and then at the end, I'll give my own perspective on the topic. So, well, the article starts by talking about the use of authentic English video clips, which is something common in countries where English is taught as a second language. But in countries where English is taught as a foreign language, teaching listening mostly involves the use of audio recordings. Um, Now, however, there have been um, a great number of studies that showed the advantages of using authentic English video clips instead of using just audio recordings. Um, these videos can attract students' attention, boost their concentration, and increase their motivation and develop their creativity and critical thinking as well. Okay, now I'll talk about the research problem. Well, in Indonesia, um, students learn English for around 7 years. They start at junior high. They study for 3 years at junior high school, then 3 more years in the senior high school. And finally, at the university, they study for just 1 year. However, even though they spend more than 7 years learning English, um, students' competence in using English to communicate with each other is low. So one of the reasons is students poor listening skills, since listening is an essential part of the communication process. Well, the focus of this study was to implement the use of authentic English video clips to enhance Indonesian students' listening comprehension skills. Um, the the focus was mainly on improving students' listening for main ideas, listening uh, for gist, and for specific information and for detail. So it was mainly focused on listening rather than speaking or other skills. Okay, now I'll talk a little bit about the research methodology. It was pretty simple. They got 68 students, which then were divided into two groups. Now, one group was taught using authentic videos, and the other one was just with audio recordings. The materials were carefully selected by um, the people who conducted the research and who sent these materials to professionals so that they could evaluate them and make sure that the resources were suitable for the learner's level. Well, according to the results, there was a huge improvement in students' listening skills in the group which used authentic video clips. Now, it is important to know that before the experiment, there was no significant difference in the students' listening comprehension skills between the two groups. Okay, now the discussion. Okay. Well, as I said before, there have been numerous studies who prove the efficacy of using videos for listening tasks instead of just audio recordings. Um, and well, this study also obtained similar results. And well, one of the main reasons why using videos is more effective than just audio recording is because students can understand the speaker's body language while listening, and this helps them set the context in a more in a faster and clearer way. So um, in in comparison when they do with audio recordings, since they just have or since they have to guess the context of the conversation, we take some time, and um, well, has students struggle with getting the main ideas or the specific details of the listening task. Finally, the conclusion. Well, according to the results obtained in this study, as I said, um, authentic English video clips proved to be more effective than just using audio recordings. They can increase the students' awareness of the context, they can enhance students' creativity and critical thinking, and well, there were many other benefits mentioned also in the results. Now, my point of view, well, in Peru, just as in Indonesia, English is taught as a foreign language, and uh, maybe that's why most listening tasks that you can find in textbooks are delivered by audio recording instead of videos. Well, personally, I have always considered videos more effective in developing students' listening skills. So I try to use them whenever I can. Of course, I have to follow the curriculum as well. However, and this is something that I do not agree with, in the article, they said that they use the videos but with subtitles. However, I avoid using them since it may transform the listening task into a reading task. So it would not help students develop their listening skills. Thank you very much.